Okay. All right, so today's safety committee meeting is on the Vapor 2800 steam cleaning machine here. Present, we've got John via phone and Kelly via video, and missing Maggie today. So purpose, I think my understanding was to look at this as a possible sanitation device for the village. And I guess the cost I have is was around $5,500. And so I don't know, John, if you want to kind of talk to it, we can go from there.
There was a discount involved in that, correct, John?
Oh yeah, I don't know where John. Sorry, there was a 30% discount, so the total cost was $3,950.
And John, we lost him.
Yeah, are you there, John?
I'm gonna text him. Was he on with phone? I don't remember.
I think he was on the audio through his computer.
Okay. We lost you. Okay, I texted him.
Well, we're just failing at technology today. Good. How are you?
Yeah. Checked radar. We're gonna have a storm again.
Oh.
Thought that would be nice. And oh, John's calling. Wait. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Can I mute my
You're getting a little echo. Can you get on in the Zoom? Can you do the audio?
No, it shows it's open, but you're saying you can't hear me.
That is correct. I can only hear you because you just called my phone.
All right, are you getting an echo now? I just muted I lowered my voicemail down.
No echo now.
Okay.
No, I'm hearing you on my phone just fine.
Okay, that's fine. I guess that's what
on the email, there's a way to call directly into the meeting. There's phone numbers down at the bottom. Or if you want, I mean,
voicemail or on.
Right now, you're just on my speakerphone, but I think
Okay.
Jason is saying you can.
Yeah, on the email, there's down at the, kind of the middle of the information, it says dial by your location and the meeting ID. And you can call in and then just be in the meeting via phone.
Do you have that email, John? Because I can forward it to you if you need me to.
I still have it.
Okay. Bye, John.
We're doing real good today. I hope nobody actually wants to watch this video.
Just hung up on me. Yeah, good thing we're not trying to cure cancer here.
Yeah, right.
Although that would be really cool if we did. Now, did Maggie say she would be? Oh, okay. I'm gathering by this.
She had said today worked at 4, but I texted her to remind her. But nothing.
Can't imagine what she's doing. It's not like she has 14 children to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Or you do.
Today's been a whirlwind.
How was your Memorial Day, Avia?
It was lovely.
I wanted shortcakes.
They turned out really good.
Is that the same as pancakes?
No, so they're like biscuits, but with sugar in them. And so then we did strawberries and whipped cream on top. They were very good. We did a whole lot of nothing. You know, Bennett got his adenoids and his tonsils out last Tuesday. So
Oh, we did?
yeah. So we're on just
Ice
taking it easy for a couple weeks. Yeah. So yeah, we set up a little baby pool, the water slide. It's quite lovely.
Huh. What's the membership for that?
There is one hot dog float and it fits me and me alone.
Okay.
And yeah, grilled out and just did a little gardening. How about you?
We both worked a little bit. Actually, I went up to Matt's for work for a few hours and we grilled out turkey tenderloin
Totally.
and had that and some broccoli and some rice, and it was really super good.
It sounds good. Yeah, we make yummy food all weekend. We grilled out ribs and corn one night,
Oh.
cheeseburgers one night, and yesterday we did like Mets and hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Do you think Jason wants to chime in at what he did for Memorial Day?
What did you do, Jason? Oh,
I don't know.
Was that yesterday?
that was yesterday. Yeah.
No,
I worked.
It was this
We
morning.
did it. Basically, the days flow together.
Not
We have John back in via. Yep, we can hear you, John.
Okay.
All right. Perfect. Take 3.
Take 2.
Okay.
Oh, 3. Okay.
All right. So starting over. So John, I was just saying, you know, we've been asked to consider the proposal for the Vapor, which is a kind of sanitizing machine. The cost was $3,850. And I just wanted to see if you wanted to kind of talk us through it and talk about it.
Okay. So they came down and demonstrated it. And the machine that we're talking about is a dry vapor. It's not a liquid vapor. So you can use it on your computers and your phones, anywhere in the office. It also comes with a vacuum. So if you have to steam clean your carpet or your floor, it'll suck up all the other dirt in the meantime. Fletch and I have been working on different other things as well. This thing you can use on the playground equipment as far as wiping down the equipment. So the hot water is at 3,300 degrees. So you can keep adding water because the cool area is separate from the heater water. So as soon as it needs more water, it'll just pump in the cold water and mix it and keep it heated. There is an adjustment valve on it for the pressure wise, is how much pressure you want, depending on what you're doing it on. So obviously computers and all that, you want to do it on a lesser. There's a microfiber towel that goes on one of the things, and that helps when you're steaming it. It'll collect all the dirt off of everything as well. So if you're doing the courtroom or in the Indian room, you can do all the cabinets and stuff like that with that machine. You can also take it outside and use it on the playground equipment. As they say, you know, with the heat that we're having now, technically the heat will kill the virus and the bacteria. The underneath is where people are grabbing. Handrails is what you want to get underneath. A lot of people always clean the top, they never clean underneath. But when you're walking up the stairs, like to the municipal building, and you're taking your hand on the handrail, obviously. So this will help you get underneath a little bit better and steam it and kill the bacteria. There is, Fletch came up with if you ever seen a painter gun that they use for automobiles, it's got like a little container at the top, and you hook it up to an air compressor, and you push the button, the paint all comes out just like a regular paint sprayer. He's got it hooked up to where he can regulate it, and they can hook it up to their air tanks that they have with the fire department. And that was he just built that, and it was just under $200. So the lower the pressure, what you'll get is a fog mist, which is what we're kind of looking for, something that you don't have a lot of liquid. You can spray the liquid. Go ahead.
So what Fletch created, he doesn't, that was not to work, not for this vapor machine, just something separate? Or did he create
Separate,
something? to
something
work with?
separate, yes.
Okay.
So what we're
And
trying
what-
to do is we're trying to figure out what the best thing to do is, if we want to go with this machine or if there's something better that we can use. Because we got the pool, we got the municipal building, you know, with the mayor's court and the municipal building, once that meeting start going back together and stuff, we want to be able to do something to sanitize it so it will last a lot longer. There's a thing called vital oxide. It's a chemical that the hospitals use. This chemical will go up to 24 hours and kill the viruses for 24 hours.
And now is that a third thing, John, or is that?
This is just a liquid, another liquid that Fletch can use in his little speed air gun
Oh,
to
okay.
help out. Like I said, so what Fletch has and what this is are two different things. One's a dry vapor and one is a vapor. So it's a liquid form. So you have to, when you spray the liquid form, you're going to have to wait at least 10 minutes for 15 minutes before it all dries.
Mhm.
On the vapor, this is a dry vapor, so you don't have to worry about anything dry because it's a steam. So it kills it right there and it's dry. So you can get right back to work. You don't have to wait for it to dry or anything. With the water, that kind of thing, what he's got and the other stuff that I've been looking at, the liquid, obviously, you can't put on your computer. You'd have to put it on a towel and wipe it down and stuff like that. We're trying to look at different things and talk to different companies as well. The friend of mine owns the YMCA over in Liberty Township, and he's using this vital oxide that the hospital uses also. And he and I have been working on different things. I don't know if you've ever seen those yellow handheld foggers for your backyards for bugs and all that people do right before they have a party. It's like $69 for the thing. Ace Hardware has one. There was a guy that came in and you had a thing exactly like that, put the chemical in it and vaporized it. It was a vapor spray, more of a fog, to do all their shelving and stuff, which they cost them $550 just for a 20-minute application. The guy at the Y had it. I've got an electric sprayer like you could use for Roundup or whatever. And it's a liquid form. You can put your chemical in that and spray things. But again, you got to wait 10, 15 minutes before it dries, before you can do anything, or wipe it all on down, one of the two. But so there's different things out there. You know, it just depends on which way we want to go. If we want to do like the village office, then the police can use it down there on their computers, just especially if it's an area where people are changing computers or changing the cars, like our trucks. You can steam clean your steering wheels, your seats, your handles, your doors, anything where there's a touch factor. You can steam clean it that way and it kills the germs like that. It's a lot better. It also cleans with your micro towels. So the demonstration he did with us, he cleaned my truck and you can get right in it. If you're using a liquid, obviously you got to wipe it all down and it's more time consuming. So with this, like I said, Sycamore Township bought the last demo that he came down with. And they use it to sterilize all their trucks because a lot of those guys are like us. A lot of different people are in and out. So you may not be driving the same vehicle at the same time. So it gives you a chance to go in, sterilize it, and then you can go on from there. So with the coronavirus coming up and the COVID-19, all these different things, we're just trying to figure out what we think is going to be best for the village at this point. So it's actually, do we want to keep a dry type system and that? So through FEMA, if we get through the FEMA grants, I think for the COVID-19, I think they're saying now they'll whatever you paid to keep things clean, they pay you up to 75% back.
Okay. Well, John, so it sounds like between you and Fletch, you've come up with at least a couple other options. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Would it be
Yes.
possible for you to kind of give us a written summary of the pros and cons of those other items? I mean, if we're now, rather than doing this meeting as a yes, no, it's kind of a multiple choice
Yeah.
now.
What
do you think?
But, like I said, it based on whether or not you want to drive it, like I said, the other stuff will work, but it's a little bit time consuming too, as well, because then you kind of have to wipe it down unless you can get time to seal it all, let it sit, and then go from there. So
I would think
price wise,
though,
it's probably cheaper to do like what Fletch and I have been looking at. Like as far as spraying the playground equipment, or like he said he's already done the council chambers. And like you have to just spray it. You have to let it sit, let it sit stale. The vinyl oxide, like I said, that stuff they say works for 24 hours. So I'm not sure. I have to check on the specs on the dry vapor to see how long that lasts before you have to wipe it all down again.
Right.
So,
And
but yeah, I'll
that
try to get more detail. The guy I was talking to is out of town, so I couldn't get enough info for today. But I can look into that and we can decide. And then I can just tell Avia yay or nay, or hey, let's stay with what Fletch has got or what I've got, and between the two of us, we'll be able to sanitize enough stuff that we should be okay to go.
And I think too, I mean, just a thought, but I mean, just having cleaning materials on hand, like that people can use to wipe things down, versus, because you're going to need, like, lots of people use different things versus just one device that you have to try and share.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's something to think about. And then also too, I mean, something to think about, I mean, $4,000. I mean, we're not exactly flowing in the cash flow right now.
Correct.
And if I remember correctly, there's no additional money in your budget. Is that correct?
Well, we've got the money in the budget, but that's, if we go through, because of the permanent improvement stuff, we're jockeying that around. Bill and I have been working on that account quite a bit. But like I said, since Fletch and I have been starting to work with this stuff, we're trying to figure out what's going to be best for the village. And I didn't know the only reason we brought this up at that time, because being a dry vapor, everything, the downtime is less for somebody, like, unless they did it like after hours, if the girls left the village office right before they left, Fletch could go up, spray everything, they could leave, come back, everything would be clean by the time they got there. If we were doing it right when they got there, then they'd have to wait 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then we have to wipe down some things. But as far as their computers go, you're almost going to have to spray it on a towel, let it dry up a little bit, and then do it, because you really don't want anything wet going on the computer system.
Right.
That's why we're looking at a dryer system, and that was one of the ones that we came up with at that point, was this one here with the hot water. Because at the point of where it touches, it's at the 3,300 degrees. But if you put your hand out 5 inches, 10 inches away, it's actually a cool mist at that point. So you have to be right on the object that you're cleaning to get the heat to show up on it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, since we've done this, like I said, Fletch has come up with a different idea of things to use that seems to be working pretty good. And with me talking to other departments and YMCA's, what they're using for their bathrooms and stuff, I think we can, cheaper wise, we can try this. Who knows what comes on down the road here in October, and that if this virus kicks in or if we get something else going again.
Right.
Because now they're saying, with that Kawasaki disease that's coming back for the children, that's something we're going to have to really watch at the playgrounds and pool area if we open up the pool. So, but if you want to just hold off on that other one for now and say, hey, we've got these other options, we'd rather explore these options first. If it doesn't work out, we'll revisit this. I think that might be the best bet.
Yeah, I'm curious to know, costs on this thing that Fletch has come up with.
Well, his whole system here, he's got an old air tank that they use. So the gun, the container, and the regulator, he's about $200.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So far, everything that I've come up with has been under $100. So the chemical that he uses is about $60 a gallon. The chemical I found is $60 a gallon. Unless you buy it in 5 gallons, then you can get it down to around $50 to $45 a gallon. So one you can mix with water. This one you can mix with water if you're working around kitchens and food areas. Otherwise, they recommend that you run it straight. So that way it'll stay on there longer for the 24. But like I said, there's all kinds of pros and cons. And like I said, I've got that bug zapper, fogger, Black Flag, and put some chemical in there and fog things. around here, and it seems to be working all right. And it's a kind of cheap little thing. That was like $70, I think, is what Ace Hardware sells them for. Amazon, they've got these electric sprayers for $265. So a lot of these companies that are selling these products are coming in, they're going to sterilize everything. They're charging $450 to $550. They could be there 20 minutes. And it's the same similar type units that Fletch has made and I've come up with. So, like I was telling the mayor, it just depends. You want a liquid, if you spray it outside, the liquid's fine because it'll dry in this heat real quick. Indoors, around our shop today, spraying the doors and that took about 20 minutes. And, everybody's like, yeah, you can tell that you sprayed it, because you can see that the film's still on there. So, like I said, it's just, I think if we just table the other one and let's play around with these little things first, and then we can revisit it if we feel later on that there's a need for that dry vapor to clean the computers and copiers and printers and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in support of that. Kelly?
Yeah. I agree.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry you missed my demonstration. It worked out well.
I'm sure it was lovely.
Yes. You should record that stuff, John, so next time we can watch it.
Yeah. I'll go live on Facebook tomorrow.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Well, I think that solves that for now, and we'll see how those different items work, and if we need to revisit something, then let us know.
Yep, sounds great.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
it. All right. Bye.
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 Have a great night, everybody.
You too,
Thanks,
Jason. Thank you.
Thanks. Now I'll try to work on trying to get my camera working.
Okay. Hang up, John.
Okay. Say good night, Dick. Good night, Dick.